It is now morning, pre-dawn. I don't remember the exact time. 5 to 6-ish on June 18, 2014. And I turn, this is the light at the base of a portable phone. Landline portable phone, not a mobile phone per se. And I turned it away from where I'm working on a computer on the same desk because it was bothering me. I noticed it had like some kind of adverse effect on me, neurologically, which I think I'm going to not elaborate on at the moment, other than to say I do find it potentially neurologically disruptive to neurologically disruptive. And I noticed that generally speaking, I'm very good at keeping my heart rate very steady and myself very calm despite what all sorts of chaos goes on around me inadvertently to very, very deliberately. And recently I've had more than one family member do something they haven't done for several years, which is use beeps and tones, quite blatant beeps and tones, in their attempts to manipulate me. I'd noticed that the light waves often accompany interesting neurologically disruptive sound frequencies, but I had not yet put my finger on how the light might be getting used to help affect me and other targets potentially neurologically. I have found some research I've shared. That's research, not original investigation. There's a pretty good article, the one that springs to my mind, called Visual Responses of Ganglion Cells. Ganglion cells, to my understanding, are a type of cells in the retina. So I don't yet understand all the details, scientific details that are laid out in that article. I want to say from memory that the author, this is probably a PhD, so probably his title starts with doctor technically, in terms of a PhD type of doctor. And I'm pretty sure his name is Ralph Nelson, but I do have to double check that. And he was working with a university, I believe a government university, a state level one. I don't remember which one off the top of my head right now. And so generally this light pulses pretty steadily. But I noticed when my dog started acting up, and I said, usually I just call her Lyndall, you know, but like, she's like a baby to me, like a 3-year-old toddler. I read is up to about how they develop maturity-wise, and that's what she always pretty much acts like a human 3-year-old toddler to me. And so she was getting a little distracting, because right now she's in her own room, because I needed to just get some things done where she's safer, you know, more out of the way, and with her food and water and her paper and her space and everything, but not underfoot as I organize some things, getting ready to move out of the current residence that I'm in. And so she was getting agitated and starting to be make it known. And so when I get agitated and try to let her know she needs to settle down, instead of calling her Lyndall, I call her Lyndall Jade. And of course, I'm sure my heart rate changes. And I do work on not getting very worked up, including, you know, when I speak with her and things like that. I remember she's like, you know, has the mentality of a 3-year-old baby. And, you know, dogs are, you know, our best friends, really. That's been my experience. Among our very best friends, they really mean well, is all. And, so, but, you know, sometimes they can you need to, tell them something to behave or something along those lines. And so I told her, Lyndall Jade, settle down right now. And I noticed the pattern on the light changed. So I did a test of it more than once, and I noticed it consistently changed, like, to flash faster instead of the more steady pulsing. So let's take a look and see. I don't know how else to do it except to potentially give anybody eavesdropping a heads up. But we'll take a look and see if it works now that I've even narrated this, or if they're too aware. Anybody surveilling is too aware that's tied into the operation of the light. But they seem to be for, what they intend to be subliminal level programming, manipulating that light to try to time it with my agitation. No doubt in order to manipulate me, ultimately, if they haven't already figured out that maybe flashing it at a certain rate or so forth in a certain pattern, their hope, it's like dog training. I know a lot of people would be insulted to have that comparison, but if you learn about dog training, a lot of the same principles apply. And their hope is that first they would try to set the light. This is one of the relatively simplistic things that I'm aware of. I would not be aware of if there's more advanced aspects to it at this time. That, at least not off the top of my head. But they would set the light at a certain pattern to flash at a certain pattern or in a certain pattern according to how I happen to be feeling. For example, a certain level of agitation. And then their idea, their hope, would be that that would become a stimulus so that they could reverse it. And in terms of sequence, in order is what I mean, sequential order, and flash the light at that pattern, and that pattern first, to become a cause of me feeling said agitation. So I hope what I'm saying is clear. I've not been able to sleep yet for the night, and it is due to at least sound and psychological manipulation within where I'm currently residing, and quite possibly light manipulation as well. But I've not been able to put my finger as well, at least not previously, on how the lights are being used to manipulate, although I had realized they were at least correlated to the manipulations. So let's see if this will, show up on the video now. I'm just going to say something really boring, and then I'll try saying something, more agitated or so. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. It looked pretty much consistent to me. And I'm going to say something as if the way I said to her, Lyndall Jade, you need to quiet down right now. Right now. Lyndall Jade, quiet down right now. Right now. Lyndall Jade, quiet down right now. Right now. Right now. Because I noticed it especially picked up on the right now. So I don't think it was as interested in the Lyndall Jade part as it was in a general sense of agitation and urgency accompanying said agitation. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Now let's see if that pattern changes if I do something boring like count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's subtle, but I have noticed, yes, the pattern, it's a change in the pattern. It seems to have slowed down and just become a more kind of steadier, slower, more automated looking, without a particular pattern, except for the, flash, 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 what you'd expect when there's no particular surge in activity, like an incoming or outgoing phone call or something. Just the regular pattern when I was counting for the most part, but as opposed to saying something with agitation like right now, in the way I was saying it, that seemed to correspond to the light going a little faster. Right now, right now, right now. There it went again. It looked to me faster, yeah. So now I've finally been able to put my finger on a way that these lights in our household seem to be getting used, and I'm just trying to figure out how to show that I myself am looking at what I said I'm looking at, etc. Because now I'm all in the dark and I don't have my mobile phone nearby. I'm thinking that I don't have handy right now. I'll try to do when I'm more awake and after I've gotten some sleep. I'll try to think through how to do a better video to show better what I'm talking about. But for now, I've been needing to update my channel, and this video is pretty much ready to upload, so it won't have anything fancy like a fancy intro or extra or anything, because I'm tired and I don't have a good time and opportunity to do things like that right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Of course, I'm not so agitated right now as I say that, but I just thought I'd, for the record, I threw in the same words since I caught myself about to use the same words. We'll see how that and my feeling and all had changed somewhat and everything too, as I said right now. So I wasn't really paying that much attention to the light at this time, but it's just if I figured I might as well keep focused on the light, during this video, because otherwise I'm in a dark room with this camera not being an infrared camera or anything like that would particularly pick up anything else visually. So okay, I still don't really see. Oh, I'm just starting to see some daylight, so that'll help us have an idea about what time it would be. I am in the state of Alabama in the United States of America, and the nearest major city is Huntsville, Alabama. Today is June 18th, 2014. It's a Wednesday. Okay. Thank you to everyone, and blessings to all.